Emmanuel denied the allegations via a statement through his lawyer, telling Daily Mail that his client, quote, denies each and every allegation and that the lawsuit is a blanket, scattershot, meritless lawsuit.
Of Sunny Hostin on The View, Tom, basically implicating her husband in this type of a scheme.
The unfolding drama surrounding Sunny Hostin and her husband, Emmanuel Hostin, has taken a shocking twist. Imagine this. In the early hours of the morning, the serene luxury of the Hostin mansion is suddenly disrupted by the unannounced arrival of FBI agents. The quiet, exclusive neighborhood, known for its privacy and sophistication, erupts with flashing lights and hushed whispers of disbelief. The Hostin estate, a vast and opulent property symbolizing success and affluence, unexpectedly becomes the epicenter of what is already being labeled as one of the most explosive celebrity legal scandals of the year.
I mean, we know that, only about 31% of Americans trust our healthcare system. We have a terrible healthcare system. And, doctors suffer because of big corporations as well. Doctors that want to do good, like my husband, operates on someone even though they don't have insurance and then has to sue health insurance companies to get paid for the work that he's been trained his whole life to do.
Witnesses described the scene as something straight out of a Hollywood thriller. FBI agents, clad in their signature Navy jackets, descended upon the estate with warrants in hand. Their operation was swift, precise, and left no room for negotiation. Doors were unlocked, safes were reportedly examined, and every room was meticulously searched. For neighbors and bystanders, the sight was almost surreal. This wasn't just any home, it was the residence of Sunny Hostin, a co-host of one of the most influential daytime talk shows and a seasoned legal commentator known for her sharp analysis and polished public image. How could this be happening to her? Whispers rippled through the stunned onlookers. What exactly were the agents searching for? Was this linked to the ongoing lawsuit against Emmanuel Hostin? Or was there something even more shocking beneath the surface? Some claim to have seen boxes being carried out, sealed, mysterious, and fueling speculation about the kind of evidence that might have been uncovered. Others insisted they overheard agents discussing financial records, correspondence, and, perhaps most intriguingly, materials that could implicate Sunny herself in her husband's alleged wrongdoings. Was this just another chapter in Emmanuel's legal troubles? Or was Sunny now stepping into the heart of the scandal in a way no one had anticipated?
And it's a very serious crime. In fact, it's one of the largest, if not the largest, RICO case in New York's history.
For Sunny, who has built her career on expertly dissecting complex legal matters with confidence and precision, the timing of this ordeal couldn't be worse. She has already been vigorously defending her husband against allegations of insurance fraud, claims that have cast Emmanuel Hostin as a key figure in a massive lawsuit. According to initial reports, Emmanuel is accused of being involved in a scheme centered around fraudulent billing practices, allegedly receiving kickbacks for medical procedures and surgeries billed to an insurance company that works with taxi and rideshare drivers, American Transit. The company at the heart of the lawsuit is demanding damages that soar into the hundreds of millions. And now, with the FBI stepping in, the stakes have skyrocketed from high to astronomical.
They're essentially saying that it's a money grab, and they're also going to countersue for millions of dollars, $5 million.
Sunny has been anything but a silent bystander in this unfolding chaos. In the weeks leading up to the raid, she fiercely defended her husband, publicly dismissing the lawsuit as baseless and driven by financial desperation on the part of the insurance company. She accused American Transit of weaponizing her celebrity status, alleging that they orchestrated a media smear campaign designed to drag her and her family through the mud. Not one to back down, Sunny even threatened legal retaliation of her own, vowing to file a multi-million-dollar counter-lawsuit for the reputational harm they had allegedly inflicted. Her statements were bold, unwavering, and laced with the confidence of someone well-versed in the legal battlefield. But now, in the wake of the FBI raid, a new question lingers in the air. Was her confidence justified, or had she underestimated the gravity of what was coming?
RICO case ever filed in the state of New York. You guys wrap that around your brain. That's bigger than the mafia.
Insiders close to the Hostin family describe the atmosphere inside the mansion as tense and guarded in the wake of the FBI's visit. According to sources, Emmanuel has been working around the clock with his legal team, led by high-profile attorney Mark Dagos, to counter the mounting accusations and legal battles. But with federal agents now involved, the situation has taken a drastic turn. This is no longer just a civil dispute between Emmanuel and American Transit. The federal government's involvement signals a new level of seriousness, one that raises unsettling questions about whether criminal charges could be looming. And then there are the swirling rumors about what agents may have found during the raid. Speculation is running wild. Some believe the FBI may have uncovered financial records that not only further incriminate Emmanuel, but possibly link Sunny to the alleged scheme. Others suggest that correspondence between Emmanuel and other defendants in the lawsuit could have surfaced, hinting at a conspiracy larger than anyone initially imagined. Whatever the truth may be, the secrecy surrounding the raid has only intensified the frenzy, with both the public and the media desperate for answers. The mystery continues to grow.
Was surprised when she mentioned his sense of humor. But
Neighbors, of course, have had plenty to say. One resident, who wished to remain anonymous, described the Hostin family as generally private, yet undeniably prominent in the community. "It's shocking, really," the neighbor admitted. "You don't expect something like this to happen in a neighborhood like ours. They always seemed like such a respectable family. But then again, who really knows what goes on behind closed doors?" And closed doors are exactly what Sunny has been trying to maintain. Publicly, she's putting on a brave face, continuing her appearances on The View and addressing the situation only through carefully controlled statements. But behind the scenes, insiders say she's deeply shaken. The FBI raid wasn't just a legal escalation. It was a deeply personal invasion. Having agents comb through her home, her sanctuary, was reportedly a devastating blow. Though Sunny is no stranger to controversy, having clashed with figures like Melania Trump and critics of The View in the past, this is uncharted territory. Even for someone as resilient as her, this moment feels different.
So he was scamming insurance companies from taxi drivers, Uber drivers, and Lyft drivers. He was performing unnecessary surgeries and then providing fraudulent medical services in exchange.
There are also whispers of rising tensions between Sunny and the producers of The View. While the show thrives on spirited debates and controversial topics, having a co-host entangled in such a high-profile legal scandal is an entirely different challenge. Behind the scenes, producers are reportedly growing concerned about the potential fallout, how this could impact the show's image, audience trust, and ultimately, its ratings. Could Sunny's place on the panel be at risk? It's a question. That's becoming harder to ignore as the legal drama continues to play out in real time. Meanwhile, Emmanuel Hostin's legal troubles are far from over. The lawsuit filed by American Transit is massive in scope, targeting nearly 200 defendants and alleging a years-long pattern of fraudulent activity. At the core of the accusations are claims that Emmanuel knowingly performed unnecessary medical procedures, billing the insurance company for exorbitant amounts while allegedly pocketing kickbacks disguised as legitimate payments. The potential financial penalties are staggering, but for someone in the medical field, the deeper concern may be the lasting damage to his career. The consequences, both legal and personal, could be far more devastating than anyone initially imagined.
It's just, I mean, you're married, Tom, you're married. If your husband's doing something, if he's allegedly doing something like this, you guys would know if your wives were up to.
But what's truly alarming is the growing possibility that the FBI's involvement could take Emmanuel's case beyond civil court. If federal agents uncovered evidence of criminal activity during their search, he could be facing criminal charges as well. Legal experts note that fraud cases often blur the line between civil and criminal law, and the addition of federal charges could drastically escalate both the legal and financial consequences. And then there's Sunny. While she isn't officially named as a defendant in the lawsuit, the FBI raid has fueled speculation that her involvement in her husband's affairs may be deeper than previously assumed. Could she be facing legal trouble of her own? It's the question on everyone's mind, yet no definitive answers have surfaced. What is clear, however, is that Sunny's role in this unfolding saga is far from over. Whether she remains a steadfast spouse caught in the crossfire or emerges as a more active participant in her husband's alleged misdeeds is something only time will reveal.
Exactly, because if she is shaming descendants of this, will she continue to do that when she is now one of them, Dana? And it is funny. She's so wrapped up in identity and she had no idea who she was.
As the dust settles from the raid, one thing is clear. This story is far from over. The Hostin family now finds itself at the center of a relentless legal and media storm, with no signs of the pressure easing. With each new development, the stakes continue to rise, not just for Sunny and Emmanuel, but for everyone entangled in this unfolding drama. What happens next could shape more than just the outcome of the case. It could define their futures, their careers, and their very lives. Will Sunny's fierce defense of her husband prove to be her undoing, drawing her deeper into the controversy in ways she never saw coming? Or will she emerge from this ordeal unscathed, proving that her strength extends far beyond the television screen? And then there's Emmanuel. Is he merely a scapegoat in a larger, more complex scheme? Or is he truly the mastermind behind the alleged fraud? These are the questions on everyone's mind. And as the investigation unfolds, the answers promise to be nothing short of explosive.
Sunny Hostin of The View, who's constantly raging about race and reparations and how bad America is and its racial past and all this stuff.
Sunny Hostin's world, once polished and seemingly unshakable, now stands on precarious ground. The recent FBI raid on her lavish mansion has intensified speculation that she may be more than just a bystander in her husband Emmanuel Hostin's legal troubles. While Sunny has long projected an image of power and composure, delivering sharp, unfiltered takes on The View and navigating the world of daytime television with unwavering confidence, this latest twist places her in an unforeseen position, one that could redefine her career, her reputation, and her future. For weeks, rumors have swirled about Sunny's potential proximity to the lawsuit targeting Emmanuel. While she has fiercely defended him in public, insiders are now questioning whether her involvement in his financial affairs goes beyond mere moral support. Did she have knowledge of the alleged fraudulent practices her husband is accused of? Could she have played a role in managing, advising, or even facilitating key decisions within his medical practice? These questions are no longer just whispers among critics. They are now being raised by legal analysts, media insiders, and even devoted fans of The View. And with the FBI raid now part of the equation, the speculation is only growing louder.
She is self-appointed. She knows everything. It's great to see her ego take this hit, but I think it will be short-lived.
It's amazing to listen to her talk about.
What stands out most in this unfolding saga is Sunny Hostin's very public and aggressive defense of her husband. Her statements have been bold, pointed, and, some argue, unusually forceful. She has openly accused American Transit of weaponizing her celebrity status, dismissing their claims as baseless and outrageous while threatening a counter-lawsuit worth millions. But this level of involvement has raised serious questions. Why is Sunny so deeply invested in this case? Is this simply a wife defending her husband, or is there something more beneath the surface? Could her fierce public stance be an attempt to shift attention away from her own potential involvement in this tangled legal battle? The idea that Sunny herself could face legal consequences is no longer far-fetched. While she is not currently named as a defendant in the lawsuit against Emmanuel, legal experts have noted that cases like this often evolve. If any evidence were to emerge linking her to the alleged fraudulent activities, whether through direct actions, financial oversight, or even seemingly casual conversations, her role could quickly change from a supportive spouse to an implicated party. And now, with the FBI involved, the chances of uncovering new and potentially damning evidence have increased dramatically.
We haven't seen her, and her description of Donald Trump doesn't track with the reality of what we've seen. And I can't relate to the marriage or if they're even in the same place at the same time. So I don't think that's the way.
The potential impact on Sunny Hostin's career is massive. As a central figure on The View, she has built her brand on being outspoken, unapologetic, and fiercely opinionated. She's tackled some of the most controversial topics in politics, entertainment, and social justice, often leaning on her background as a federal prosecutor to add credibility to her arguments. But now, that very credibility is under fire. How can Sunny maintain her position as a legal expert on national television when her own legal troubles are making headlines? It's a contradiction that hasn't gone unnoticed by viewers or by the producers of The View. Behind the scenes, there is growing talk that Sunny's position on the show could be at risk. While The View thrives on spirited debate and controversy, this legal scandal brings a different kind of attention, one that could potentially harm the show's reputation. Producers are said to be weighing their options carefully. On one hand, Sunny's legal drama has undoubtedly boosted ratings, with viewers tuning in to see if she will address the situation or drop any hints about her family's struggles. But on the other hand, there's a real risk that the scandal could overshadow the show's broader mission and alienate its audience. The question now is, how much is too much?
Today's video comes to us from Sunny Hostin. Sounds like a town. We're in Sunny Hostin. She was on PBS's Finding Your Roots, a show dedicated to researching celebrity ancestry. For context, Sunny is a staunch supporter of reparations and has made a fortune spewing nonsense about white privilege and racial justice.
At the heart of this unfolding drama is a family under immense pressure. Sunny and Emmanuel have been married for decades, raising 2 children and building what seemed like a picture-perfect life. But now, that carefully crafted image has been shattered. The stress of the lawsuit, the FBI raid, and the relentless media scrutiny is undoubtedly taking a toll on their family dynamic. How are Sunny and Emmanuel coping behind closed doors? Are they presenting a united front, or are cracks beginning to show? These are questions only time can answer, but for now, speculation continues. As the legal case against Emmanuel unfolds and the full ramifications of the FBI raid become clearer, one thing is certain: Sunny Hostin's life will never be the same. Whether she emerges from this ordeal stronger and more determined than ever, or finds herself facing consequences she never anticipated, remains to be seen. But one thing is undeniable: this is a defining moment, not just for Sunny and Emmanuel, but for their entire family.
Wow. I'm a little bit in shock. I just always thought of myself as Puerto Rican, half Puerto Rican. I didn't think I was, my family was originally from Spain and slaveholders.
Yeah.
This ending is already very YouTube style and great for engagement. If you want to make it even catchier, you can add a bit more drama. For example, when the truth finally comes out, will Sunny Hostin emerge victorious, or will she find herself caught in even deeper allegations? What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more shocking updates. Until next time, stay tuned and stay informed. This makes it sound even more intense and engaging. What do you think?